mean, for me personally, it's always just a treat to get back together with Captain Jack. You know, he's a very fun character to play. It's a kind of a he's a part of me that's and a part of all of us that we wish we could be. You know, that sort of irreverency and just doesn't really. He just sort of moves forward. He doesn't really think about things all that much. The ride was killer. The ride was great. It's really well done. I can't believe how. I mean, it's really quite amazing what they've done. Beautiful. Love it. First time here. First time. I'll be back. I'll be back for sure.
Hot and humid. But besides that, it's great. It's a great honor. It's the first time in history that a movie like this opens in China. So it's great to be part of it. It's the fans are crazy. Yeah. It's great. It's a great energy. Yeah, man, they are very faithful. I can tell, and the way they are welcoming Johnny, it's spectacular. It's great because the people that makes the movies happening, it's a great group of people. From Jerry Bruckheimer, Disney team, and all the cast. It's and the people that work in the movie. It's in every department. It's the top notch. So it's a great honor. It's been in one hell of a ride. We rode on the Pirates of the Caribbean ride, and it was spectacular. I have to say, it was really breathtaking.
It's great, mate. There's a lot of energy on the carpet. People seem really excited for the film, so I'm really happy to be here. We got to go on the Pirates ride, which was incredible. Very different to the ones all around the world in different Disney parks. And just seeing the park and how new and fresh it is, it's very cool. Feels great, mate. Yeah, I've been watching the movies all throughout my teenagehood. First saw the number one when I was about 14. With all these actors, Jeffrey, Johnny, and Orlando, and to be a part of one's amazing. Maybe a little less sword fighting than he was in the first one, but yeah, man, we have very similar themes. It is as fun as it looks. It is. We shot down in the Gold Coast in Australia, in Queensland, and just shooting there on its own is just a blast, you know. So yeah, we all had a great time. We are, mate. We're heading to Paris next, and then to Los Angeles, and then New York City. We're crossing the globe. I've just come from Australia, so we may be into Antarctica, I don't know.
Amazing. I actually was in Shanghai for 2 months in September last year making a movie here, so I feel very familiar with the culture, with the people. It's great. I actually came to the park and did the Disneyland ride, and it's great to be back here with such a beloved movie. And it's wonderful that we're getting to do the world premiere in China and here in Shanghai. You know, you really don't. And I tell you, I have to say, I have my 6-year-old son doesn't get tired of it either. You know, you do wonder when you've done it for so many years whether people will get tired of it, and then you realize, actually no, kids. There are always going to be kids who will love and dream of being a pirate, and they have that opportunity to see it all come to life in a movie like this.
Well, I just went on the ride and it was really fantastic because, you know, the story of Pirates of the Caribbean started as history back in the 18th century, and then Walt Disney made it into a pretty amazingly engineered ride. Then a film was made out of it, and now Shanghai Disneyland has made the ride about the films. So it's come full circle, and I don't think Walt Disney ever imagined in the 1960s that this amazing piece of Imagineering would end up in China. It's fantastic. Well, he keeps transforming. You know, he started out as the serious spat-out-from-hell villain. Then he kind of came back from the dead, movie magic, bit of voodoo. Then he became a politician, then he was working for King George II. And now, special surprise in this new film, he's extremely wealthy and he's become like a very lazy, narcissistic corporate pirate. and he's taken his eye off the ball. So when Captain Salazar comes to wipe out every pirate on the planet, Barbossa's got to work out how to deal with this new villain. Yeah, working opposite Javier, it's fantastic. They are a mad bunch, and it's good to know that, some of them, I'd say the age group here today, some of them wouldn't have even been born when the first film came out, but the fan base feels very solid. And I don't think I get as much fan mail as Johnny does, but a lot of it is now coming from China. That's only happened in the last couple of years. Fantastic. It's sort of technically and digitally more advanced in its imagery because it's so much based on the 4 films. I drove through the Bund last night. That looked pretty lively, but I'm only here for a short time, but I'll get out and about.
No, it's fantastic. It's been a very long journey, and it's amazing to be here in China, to be in Shanghai, and to see all the fans come out, and it's a little bit unreal because you sit in a dark room or you're out shooting in Australia or whatever, and then suddenly one day you're actually here on the red carpet. No, yeah, we went on the ride, and it's amazing. I love the original Pirates ride, of course, but this is kind of like the next level. So it was great fun. Absolutely, I believe I can say that I grew up with this. Watching the first movie coming out and loving it, and like everyone else, and that was also a huge inspiration for this movie. That was something we really wanted to come back to, and let us be inspired by that true adventure that the first movie is.
How about working with this stellar cast?
It's amazing. I mean, makes my job so much easier. No, I don't think anybody can argue. It's probably one of the best ensembles in the world. Jeffrey Rush, Javier Bardem, it's amazing. Johnny Depp, of course, and it's just amazing. It's been fantastic.
Amazing. I mean, I've been on the project actually very close to 4 years. So it's fantastic to be here and enjoy Disneyland here in China, and also to show our movie. Yeah, we've done the Pirates ride, which is fantastic, so you should all try it. No, it doesn't get much bigger. It is a big pressure because there are so many fans all over the world. But we've been very careful to make sure that the story has all the elements that the fans love. So it's going to be with both adventure and humor and heart. So I think the fans will be happy. It's a dream team. Couldn't get better. So we've been very, very lucky, very privileged.
It's amazing. This place is unbelievable. The people have been great. I mean, it could not be better. Well, I just got off the Pirates ride, and I got off it and went right back on it again. It's probably the best ride I've ever been on. It's absolutely amazing. Well, when people go to the Pirates movies, they want, romance, adventure, they want comedy, and they really want a good scare like the first one. And so I think this movie has all of that, so we're really excited. There's a lot of surprises, a lot of people come back in this one, and we sort of bring the family back together, which is really, I think, what we wanted to do. So it's very cool. You love it. Great directors, Joachim and Espen are amazing. Johnny Depp is the best comic actor working in the world. Javier Bardem is probably the scariest villain you'll ever see. So it was fantastic. So much fun.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Jerry Bruckheimer.
think you're looking at it right now. This is an amazing cast. We're so fortunate to have them back. Plus Javier Bardem and Brendan is new directors. And a really adventurous, exciting story. It's funny, it's full of action, and it's very emotional. So we're so thrilled to be here in China for the world premiere, the first Hollywood premiere in China for Pirates of the Caribbean or any Hollywood movie. So thank you so much for having us.
Well, I think for us, Pirates of the Caribbean reminds us of the kind of movies that we grew up with, you know, adventure movies, family movies that inspired us to become filmmakers. So, you know, when we heard Jerry was doing another Pirates movie, we chased it. We chased it for half a year. And luckily, we got Oscar nominated in that, you know, period. So that bumped us up in front of the line. And then, you know, we went all the way up and ending with Johnny Depp as the last meeting. And then that was it.
It's really like the ride that you have here. And on top of that, we want to have a lot of emotions to really give the movie heart and to continue the wonderful saga that Jerry and Johnny and all these others have built.
Much like Joachim, I grew up watching these kind of movies, funny adventure movies, family movies, and you know, specifically this franchise, you know, since I was a young teenager. So to have the chance to be a part of it was a dream come true.
You know, these films are so beloved of so many of the fans in the audience, and I had, you know, just the most amazing time making the first 3 films. So when it came to coming back in for this film, I was, yeah, of course, absolutely, I'd love to. And to send Brenton off on an amazing journey was fantastic too. It's very close to my heart, this film and these films. So I'm excited to see it.
Playing Captain Barbossa for me is a dream because there's no acting required. I am as vain and as narcissistic and as ruthless and as handsome as he is.
Of course you are.
Oh, I had my one-liner. I thought that was it. It was brilliant because when we were shooting in the Caribbean, it was a 35-hour journey for me from Melbourne. The Gold Coast, 2 hours. So I had time to learn my lines.
Not really. What it was great to see is the atmosphere and the level of the quality in the crew and in the cast, of course, and the production value of Jerry Bruckheimer and Disney when I was on the set on Pirates 4. So when Jerry called me, I was very first honored to belong to this amazing franchise, and also very tranquil in the sense that I was going to be in a great movie because I saw that. And also she gave me the advice that if I work with Johnny, try not to laugh. Which is true because he's so brilliant in what he does that most of the time I wasn't a spectator. I was watching him doing it and I was, shit, I have to say a line. But I was having the best time watching him do what he does.
When we did the first Pirates, my daughter was 3. My boy's just been born, so for 3 years I've been watching nothing but cartoon characters. And so it sort of spurned the idea in my head, why is it that cartoon characters, like Wile E. Coyote, can get smashed by a boulder, and then the next cut, he's just got a little bandage on his head. And we accept it, you know, so it's like this triple super duper kind of suspension of disbelief. And I wanted to see if it was possible to go that far, and also, I mean, it's such a safe character to play for me. I mean, it's safe in the sense that when you're in that headspace, I can be as irreverent and as ignorant and as stupid. I could do the dumbest things in the world, and people giggle.
Like we do now.
And I've been very, very, very lucky. I think there's a part of Captain Jack that we all have inside. You know, that you'd love to be able to be as irreverent. We'd all love to be able to be as sort of nonchalant, you know.
好，我们在台上请所有的主创和明星们一起合张影吧。This is our photographer right now.
Hey, Vale here with some movie madness. Did you know that the apples in The Wizard of Oz were originally green, as described in the original novel? However, they didn't show up well on film. There wasn't time to buy new apples, so the ones you see on screen are green apples painted red, which no one told Judy Garland before she took a bite out of one. Stay updated on all the latest trailer releases by subscribing and clicking the notification bell.